Good Thursday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this February 12th. It's getting colder. Ooh, much colder. In fact, the temperatures are coming down into the 20s. We've got a stiff northwest wind out there at 20 to 30 miles per hour. We're occasionally going to get some wind gusts today, 25 to 35. And that means wind chill factors could be in the teens in several cases today. Plus, there's that slight chance we could see a few snow flurries. Looking at radar right now, not much happening this morning. So if you're heading out, it's 4:45 Central Time as I record this podcast. And if you're listening live, not much going on right now. There's been a few flurries over toward, say, Taylor County into central and eastern Kentucky, northeastern Kentucky. But other than that, we have not hardly seen a snowflake or even one or two down this way in the southern Kentucky. But looking at Doppler Max HD radar, we're seeing a little band of light snow flurries and snow showers coming out of southern Illinois, Indiana, coming down the Wabash River Valley, and will be here probably later this morning. So we may start with a little sun, a few clouds, and then clouds will take over, and then as the winds continue to pick up and become gusty, you could find a few snowflakes flying around, but it should not amount to very much. Don't think we'll see anything in the way of travel issues. It may look pretty, or it may even be a case of the bark is worse than the bite. As the snowflakes come down, it may look like it's really going to do something, and then it just kind of passes on. That's the way it's going to be. It's going to do that today. It's going to do it tomorrow, and it's going to do it again Saturday. And Saturday is when we're going to get Arctic shot number 2. We're getting Arctic shot number 1 as we speak. It is happening right now, but this is not the biggest or the coldest of the Arctic shots. We've got that one coming in Saturday. And then we've got a system that we're keeping an eye on for President's Day, Monday night into Tuesday, with, kind of low confidence right now as to what it's going to do. Lots of uncertainty with that, but it does appear that either way it could produce maybe some wintry weather for southern Kentucky. So we're keeping an eye on several things on this Thursday morning, plus dealing with inner ear trouble, and went back to the doctor yesterday for the second time in a week, and got another shot and more meds, and I can tell the pressure's about to change because it's all on my head right now, and it's got me feeling just a little, not quite 100%. So, this weather's just affecting everybody. Well, let's get to the numbers. Yesterday's high was actually 52 degrees, but that happened at 3:38 in the early morning hours. Afternoon. I'm sorry. It was 3:30. See, it's affecting my head already. 3:38 in the afternoon at the Bowling Green Airport yesterday, a nice 52 degrees. And as I've mentioned, I'd been saying that would be the last of the mild air that we feel for probably a week, maybe longer. And that certainly was the case. 49 is the average. That's a 3-degree difference. 22 has been our low so far. 29 the average. That's a 7-degree difference. Still no precipitation officially at the Bowling Green Airport, and we're still stuck at 1 inch even for the month of February. That's going to change as we look through the 7-day forecast. Windy, colder today. A few scattered snow flurries, no accumulation anticipated, no travel issues anticipated. A high of 29. Some of you will stay in the mid to upper 20s, but the winds, northwest 16 to 32, will make it feel like it's only in the teens. So if you're going out, or if the kids are going to school, dress them in layers and make sure that their ears and noses and hands are covered. You're going to need to do that probably for a while now. Partly cloudy, very cold tonight, down to 14. The winds will relax a little bit tonight. Friday, we're going to say partly sunny, a bit warmer, 36. with just a slight, say maybe a 10% chance of a passing flurry. Saturday, Valentine's Day, here comes Arctic shot number 2. And this is a big one. This is going to be a piece, a lobe, L-O-B-E, lobe. Even though we're going to talk about L-O-V-E on Saturday, we're going to also talk about L-O-B-E, lobe of the polar vortex. And, of course, already some network news channels are misusing the polar vortex term. Here comes another polar vortex. Dun, dun. And they show you the maps with all the purple colors. And, it's... how many times do I have to explain this? The polar vortex is always there. Even in the summertime, it's always there. All we're getting is a little piece of it that breaks off, a lobe, a little piece of that energy, just a small piece of the vortex that comes down this way, thanks to the jet stream going further south. That's all it is, but they make it like, when you feel cold, it must be the polar vortex, which is incorrect. Yeah, I know I'm a geek. I know I'm a square. I know I'm a nerd, but I'm a good one. Anyway, so that second lobe of the vortex heads this way. With that will come a chance for some flurries, but we're going to see a high around 40, and you may think, 40, that's good. But then Saturday night, we get down to only 7. 7 for an overnight low with northwest winds 17 to 35 miles per hour. And that's going to make it feel like it is below zero wind chills. Not good. Sunday morning, as you get ready maybe to go to church, cold, single digits, bitter wind chills, a high of only 24 for Sunday, down to 13 Sunday night. Now, here comes that system I was telling you about that we're watching for President's Day, Monday. High of 33, 40% chance of snow showers. Down to 28 Monday night. Snow is likely, but how much depends, again, on that track of the low-pressure system, which right now, low confidence on where it's going to go. We need to get closer to the system in time to tell where it's going to go. But here's what we're going with. The front comes through Monday night. 70% chance of snow changing to rain if we do get above freezing on Tuesday. 38 is what we're seeing right now. If that happens, it would be snow changing to rain. But we get down to 19 Tuesday night. That means whatever falls is going to freeze and cause some travel issues for Wednesday morning. Wednesday's high, only 28 degrees. So there's no warm-up here in that 7-day forecast at all. Yesterday was it. So I hope that you're prepared. I hope that you're ready. I hope that you know the weather before it knows you, because we've given you plenty of heads up, at least for those of you, especially my podcast listeners, who always pay attention. That's why you listen to a podcast. You're a little smarter than everybody else. I tell you, and yeah, it's clearing my throat, trying to pop my ears open and all that. I may not do the radio show this afternoon, folks. It's hard to put on a set of headphones and get in a microphone and try to, hey, you're listening to the greatest hit, Sam 100.7, and that was, and everything sounds out of tune and blocked. It's like there's a wall inside my head. And so I don't know. I probably will not do the radio show this afternoon. So just know that ahead of time. You know it before anybody else. In the meantime, have a great day. Stay warm. Stay out of the wind. That makes it worse. Know the weather before it knows you. God bless. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky. Streaming live to the WBKO app and wbko.com.